Okay, this is my 96 Ford Explorer Eddie Bauer, and I'm having problems with my door lock on the driver's door. It will not lock the doors, or from my my electronic control. And this is the reason why. I had to take the door off for starters. And there's a wiring harness in here, and there's a bolt on top of the door, which I'll show you. Right here. Take that bolt and screw it out, and the bottom piece will actually fall off, or we can pull it off. And this is where the problem lies, in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see that one or not, but that one right there is broke. And I've actually found, by looking through this mess of wires here, there's about 4 or 5 that are broke. So it is quite a project to have to tie this rubber boots back so I can actually get to the wires. And I'm going to cut them off and solder a piece in there. And put some shrink tubing over it to protect it. After I get that done, then it should be okay. Everything should be working again. From this flexing thousands of times, it eventually broke the wires inside of here. Alright, that's enough for now. Okay, we're still at the Explorer 96, trying to isolate the locking problem with the door lock. And I traced my wire by running a wire from the red and yellow wire, which is the one that locks, and I put a alligator clamp on there. I ran it to one of my meters, and I tested it in back of here. I found the same wire, tested it along the floor here. Now I'm at the back, and I tested it all the way up to this point right here, where there's a joint with 3 other wires coming off of it. Now, so far I've got power here, nothing on this side. I'm guessing my problem's in here, so I'm going to cut this off and see what's in there. Okay, so I've cut this open right here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this or not, but watch what happens. There we go. There's our problem. All 3 wires have corroded to the point of coming apart. So I bet you once I get that fixed, everything's going to be okay. Now, it took a lot of hours of trying to isolate this problem, and once I found the right wire to trace, it made things a little simpler. And by finding that right wire, I actually ran a wire from the back where there is a door unlocking button right back there, and I found out which one actually did the unlocking, and I ran a wire from there to the front, and I hooked it up into here where this alligator clamp is, and everything worked. So then that led me to believe that once I isolate the problem from this wire going back, which I did find some problems in here, there was wires broke, but none were broke off. So I continued to trace the wire all the way along. That's how I found the problem. So, once I get this fixed, we'll give it a shot and see if it works. Alright. Okay, this is what I have for a new joint. I got the 4 wires actually soldered together. And I'm going to take this heat shrink and slide it over top of the wire, like that. Then I'm going to heat it up with my heating iron, and it just starts to shrink to whatever it's, the wire that's underneath it is just going to bond right to it. See it shrinking already. Cigarette lighter will do the same thing, any type of heat. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing at this end. We're going to cut that off, hook it onto there, and put some heat shrink on there as well. And I'll show you when I get that. Alright, I found another problem on one of the 3 wires. Halfway down this one here, it was broke as well. It was corroded and bubbled out. I actually have a piece right here on the ground. See if I can find it and show you what it looked like. There it is. This is what it looked like when it was bubbled out. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. There's a big bubble in the center of it. That's corrosion inside the wire. I wonder how that would get in there, but anyway, that's where it was broke. And I rewired it back together with another piece of wire. Didn't need that long of a piece of heat shrink, but I threw it on there anyway, maybe to keep the moisture out. And now let's go try our lock. See how it works. Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. But it took a lot of trying to find the problem. And now we're done. Now I just got to put her all back together again. Okay, here we have the door all back together again. And I had to pop a couple of screws in, one at the bottom, one at the top, to hold it all together because the plastic clips were broke inside. So here's the actual door lock. Actually, hear it working. So, it was quite a project, but got her done. Now my next one is this, the side mirror. It actually works up and down on the driver's side, but it won't work left to right. So that'll be my next project. Stay tuned.